December 1944. The Ardennes Forest. Temperatures dropped to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. American soldiers huddled in frozen foxholes during the Battle of the Bulge. Their leather boots absorbed snowmelt. Their feet turned white, then black. Thousands lost toes. Thousands lost entire feet. Trench foot became an epidemic. The military issued waterproofing compounds, but supplies never reached the front lines. Soldiers who survived did so because someone taught them what their grandfathers knew: rendered animal fat, beeswax, fish oil, treatments that kept leather supple and waterproof when temperatures dropped below zero. Modern synthetic waterproofers crack and flake in extreme cold. They sit on the surface instead of penetrating the leather. They require constant reapplication. The treatments World War II soldiers used still outperform anything you can buy at the store today. Here are 8 of them. Number 1. Rendered beef tallow. Soldiers have waterproofed boots with animal fat for as long as soldiers have worn leather boots. During World War II, troops rendered fat from rations or local sources when commercial products never arrived. Tallow works because it is rich in fatty acids that penetrate deep into leather fibers. It creates a hydrophobic barrier that actively repels water. Unlike water-based products, tallow cannot freeze inside the leather structure. It keeps leather supple and prevents the cracking that destroys boots in cold weather. The traditional military recipe combines 4 ounces of beef tallow with 1 ounce of rosin, 1 ounce of beeswax, and an equal measure of neatsfoot oil. Heat until liquid and apply with a soft rag to both soles and uppers. For home application, heat rendered tallow until liquid. Apply to slightly warmed leather using a cloth. Work the fat into all seams and stitching where water enters. Allow 30 minutes for absorption. Buff away excess with a clean cloth. Tallow remains flexible at temperatures well below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. 1 pound of rendered beef tallow costs approximately $8 to $15 and treats multiple pairs of boots for an entire winter season. Number 2. WO. Traditional dubbin. Dubbin was British military standard issue for leather care since the 1800s. The name comes from the dubbing action of working wax into leather. British and Commonwealth forces received dubbin throughout World War II as essential field equipment. Traditional dubbin combines beef tallow with cod liver oil or other fish oils. The tallow provides surface waterproofing. The fish oil penetrates deep into leather fibers and keeps them flexible even in extreme cold. The combined effect creates complete protection that synthetic products cannot match. The home recipe uses 30 grams of lard, 15 grams of beeswax, and 5 grams of fish oil. Cod liver oil capsules from any pharmacy work perfectly. Melt the lard and beeswax together over low heat. Add the fish oil and mix thoroughly. Pour into a small container and allow to cool. Apply dubbin to clean, dry leather. Work it into all surfaces, including seams, using your fingers. Body heat helps absorption. Allow to dry overnight before buffing with a clean cloth. Dubbin keeps leather flexible down to minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The fish oil component specifically prevents leather fibers from becoming brittle when frozen. Commercial dubbin costs approximately $10 to $15. Homemade dubbin costs under $5 per batch. Number 3. Mink oil. North American trappers discovered mink oil's leather-protecting properties generations before World War II. Hunters and outdoorsmen relied on it for extreme cold conditions when other treatments failed. The secret is in the biology of the mink itself. Mink oil comes from the fat layer of minks, animals that live in cold climates and spend time in freezing water. Their fat evolved to remain liquid at low temperatures. When applied to leather, this property transfers directly. The treated leather stays flexible when temperatures drop far below freezing. Mink oil penetrates deeply into leather fibers rather than sitting on the surface. It provides excellent moisture resistance while keeping leather soft and supple. It does not harden or crack in freezing temperatures because the oil itself does not solidify in cold. Clean your boots thoroughly before application. Apply a small amount of mink oil to a soft cloth. Rub into leather using circular motions. Pay special attention to seams and flex points where cracking starts. Allow to absorb overnight. Buff excess with a clean cloth. Mink oil remains effective at minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It will darken leather permanently and create a matte finish. Modern mink oil costs approximately $8 to $15 per container at any outdoor retailer or farm supply store. Number 4. Beeswax and neatsfoot oil. Neatsfoot oil has protected leather since the 1700s. The name comes from neat, an Old English word for cattle. The oil is rendered from cattle shin, bones, and feet. Combined with beeswax, it creates the classic leather treatment that soldiers relied on throughout World War II. The science explains why this combination works so well in cold weather. Cattle extremities are colder than the body core. Fat from feet and shin bones evolved to remain liquid at lower temperatures. When applied to leather, neatsfoot oil maintains flexibility even when temperatures drop below freezing. Beeswax adds surface waterproofing while the oil conditions from within. The traditional recipe combines 2 parts beeswax, 2 parts beef tallow, 1 part neatsfoot oil, and 1 part boiled linseed oil. Melt everything together over low heat. Pour into a container and apply while still warm. Warm your boots slightly with a hairdryer before application. Apply the mixture to warm leather and work it into all seams. The heat helps penetration. Allow to cool completely and absorb overnight. Buff with a clean cloth the next morning. Neatsfoot oil costs approximately $10 to $15 per pint. Combined with beeswax, one batch treats multiple pairs of boots for an entire winter. Number 5. Pine tar and tallow mixture. Scandinavian soldiers knew something American troops learned the hard way during World War II. Pine tar mixed with tallow creates waterproofing that survives the most brutal winter conditions. The traditional recipe called lapsolve protected Finnish and Norwegian troops during winter campaigns when temperatures dropped far below zero. Pine tar was used on Viking ships for waterproofing over 1,000 years ago. It provides antimicrobial and antifungal properties along with complete water resistance. Combined with tallow for penetration and beeswax for surface protection, it creates the most durable leather treatment available. The traditional lapsolve recipe mixes equal parts pine tar, beeswax, tallow, and turpentine. Heat gently until everything combines into a smooth mixture. The turpentine acts as a carrier that helps the other ingredients penetrate deep into leather fibers. Apply to clean leather and work especially into seams and stitching. The pine tar smell is strong but fades within a few days. This treatment will significantly darken leather. Allow 24 hours to cure before wearing boots in wet conditions. Pine tar remains flexible in the most extreme cold. Its antiseptic properties also help prevent foot fungus from moisture trapped inside boots. Authentic Stockholm tar costs approximately $15 to $25 per liter from marine or specialty wood suppliers. Number 6. Lanolin wool grease. Lanolin is the natural oil extracted from sheep's wool. Shepherds have used it to waterproof both leather and wool for centuries. During World War II, lanolin remained available when other products disappeared because sheep farming continued uninterrupted throughout the war. Lanolin works differently from other treatments. It replicates the natural oils found in animal skin. It softens leather and prevents drying while creating a water-repellent barrier. Unlike heavy waxes, lanolin allows leather to breathe. It also has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties that help prevent foot odor and infections. The recipe for lanolin leather treatment combines 40% tallow, 20% beeswax, 20% lard, and 20% anhydrous lanolin. Melt everything together over low heat. Mix thoroughly and pour into a container. Apply to clean dry leather using your fingers. Body heat helps lanolin absorb into the leather surface. Work the mixture into seams and flex points. Allow to absorb overnight. Buff with a soft cloth the next morning. Lanolin remains effective through freeze-thaw cycles without cracking or separating. Its antibacterial properties provide benefits beyond waterproofing alone. Anhydrous lanolin costs approximately $15 to $25 per pound from pharmacy suppliers or craft stores. Number 7. Lard and beeswax combination. This farm recipe developed during World War II when commercial products vanished from store shelves. Every rural family had access to pig fat and could obtain beeswax from local beekeepers. The combination proved remarkably effective at waterproofing boots for winter work. Lard penetrates leather fibers and provides moisture barrier protection. Beeswax creates the surface waterproofing layer that beads water away from leather. The combined effect provides both conditioning and protection using ingredients that cost almost nothing. The traditional farm recipe combines 50% beef tallow, 25% beeswax, and 25% lard. Melt together over low heat. Mix thoroughly until completely combined. Pour into a container and allow to cool. A simpler alternative uses 3 parts beeswax, 2 parts clear tallow, and 1 part olive oil. This creates a slightly softer mixture that is easier to apply in cold weather. Clean boots and allow to dry completely before application. Apply the mixture to slightly warmed leather and work into all surfaces using cloth or fingers. Pay special attention to welt seams and stitching where water penetration begins. Allow to absorb overnight before wearing. Lard remains flexible at low temperatures without cracking or separating. Total cost for a season's supply is under $20 using commonly available ingredients. Number 8. Paraffin wax hot treatment. Paraffin wax became widely available in the early 1900s. During World War II, soldiers used hot paraffin treatment for trench boot waterproofing when other methods proved insufficient. The hot application method forces wax deep into leather structure, creating complete water barrier protection. Heated paraffin liquefies and penetrates leather pores that cold application cannot reach. As it cools, the wax solidifies inside the leather structure itself. This creates both internal and surface waterproofing. Combined with oils, the treatment provides conditioning along with protection. The hot treatment recipe combines equal parts neatsfoot oil, paraffin oil, and beeswax. Heat together until fully emulsified and apply to warm leather. The application method requires careful attention. Heat the wax mixture until liquid, using a double boiler for safety. Warm your boots with a hairdryer or heat gun. Apply liquid wax to the warm leather surface using a brush. Continue heating the boot surface while applying more wax. The wax will visibly melt into the leather. Apply extra wax around seams and stitching. Allow to cool completely before wearing. Paraffin does not become brittle in cold temperatures. Combined with oils, it maintains flexibility through the harshest winter conditions. Total treatment cost is under $20 using commonly available materials. 8 treatments. 8 methods that World War II soldiers used when their feet depended on waterproof boots. Rendered tallow, traditional dubbin, mink oil, beeswax and neatsfoot oil, pine tar mixture. Lanolin, lard and beeswax, paraffin hot treatment. Each one penetrates leather fibers rather than coating the surface. Each one remains flexible when temperatures drop below zero. Each one can be made at home for a fraction of commercial product costs. The soldiers who survived the Battle of the Bulge did so partly because someone taught them these methods. Modern synthetic waterproofers sit on the surface, crack in cold weather, and require constant reapplication. Traditional treatments become part of the leather itself. Winter is coming? Your boots are either ready or they are not. Pick one treatment. Apply it this week. Test it in the worst conditions you can find. Your feet will thank you when the temperature drops below zero.